Hey guys, what's going on? Inception here, and welcome to another video. Ladies and gentlemen, today we have a player review for the Berardi card. We're taking a look at someone who is 6 foot tall, medium work rates, left-footed, 4-star skills with a 3-star weak foot. In-game player traits, the card has the outside foot shot traits, which is obviously very helpful. Because in his case, he is a person who is 6 foot tall, you're definitely going to have to work more dribble angles with him to be able to utilize that type of trait, right? Because when it's like a taller player, can be a little bit more physical oriented, you do have to take like really specific touches for it to come off more consistently, right? But obviously him having the trait is definitely a massive plus for this card. In-game attributes, he is really well formatted for a card that is going to be on a hunter chemistry style, because if you take a look at this card in game, let me put this away over here. If you take a look at this card in game, let's see. Oh yeah, Champions League games. I haven't really watched any of the games today other than the Porto game. Where are we at? Berardi over here on a hunter chemistry style is going to have really good pace, 94 with really good shooting capabilities. Now, with this card, guys, he doesn't turn into a lengthy or explosive player, which, by the way, does not make them bad. It's just personal preference based. For me, I do prefer either or, but you could definitely make controlled players work really well in this game, and they could still perform well as long as they offer the right in-game attributes. This card is a card that can switch from center mid, cam, striker, center forward, doesn't have defensive capabilities, but can actually head the ball quite nicely at a 99, right? So doesn't have the jumping. You can improve the jumping if you really want to, but obviously in his case, it's just a matter of getting into the right position at the right time to be able to utilize that, right? Shooting is going to be in a fantastic area to be able to utilize the outside foot shot traits if you ever get into those certain types of positions. Passing also going to be in a pretty good area if you decide to use him in places like the cam spot, center forward spot, that kind of thing. Dribbling for a card that is taller for how the meta of this game works this year is actually not in a terrible position, right? Now, obviously, it's not going to be as responsive as someone that's like explosive, higher agility and balance, all that kind of stuff, but this card still looks like it could definitely dribble really well in this game because the dribbling mechanics work a little bit differently, right? And then last but not least, he also has a 94 for aggression, right? So the card definitely has a lot of very interesting stats. The main thing that we're going to have to see, though, is the controlled part of the card and whether or not he gets into good attacking areas, because by default, guys, and this is a 422 review that we are going to be doing probably for tomorrow's video, this 4222 that we're going to be using, he's going to be playing in the striker position on the left side, obviously strong foot on the strong side for this year's game. But stay central, getting behind, stay forward is super ideal for cards that are medium work rate. Because let's just say, for instance, in this team that you guys see, the way that this team is formatted, right? This is the type of team that I would actually use Berardi. If I were to switch to a 4-2-3-1, I would use Berardi as a cam and then Chiesa as a striker, because Chiesa can actually play up there. And then I would use, actually no, Berardi would be the striker for this team, but he would have to be forced on a certain instruction if he's the lone one because of the medium. Bernardo cam, Diogo Jota off to the left or right, and then Chiesa off to the left or right. But at the same time, like I wouldn't even mind using Bernardo Silva in the left side position. Like, sure, doesn't have the pace, but the guy is a beast, right? He's an absolute beast. But this 4-2-2, like I said, that's the instructions we're going to be using for the strikers, right? For both of them. So it's very helpful when one person is a medium work rated card. So yeah, we'll see how he plays in game. Hopefully he is a beast. Oh, he's already making some movements there. That's the angle that people are going to be working with a lot if you use a card like this, that left-footed angle. Nice try. Oh, too slow to it. Movement was good, though, for the first time. Yeah, the outside foot shots angles with him is a little bit strange. I think it's because of his height and body type. When it comes to like that agile feel, like you need a little bit more of an agile feel for that to come off a little bit better. There we go. Very good, very good. It's always that drag touch, right? Drag touch, shoot. Gotta have that venom behind the strike. No way. Your goalie has to have 1,000 reactions to save that one. What the heck? That's the one. There you go. Gotta work that specific angle, man. Nice finesse. I don't know if my time finishing is on or off because my settings keeps resetting, so I don't know if it is. I don't know if you guys saw white there or not. Nicely done, boys. Well done, well done. Wow. All the way from the defense to the attack. Good job. Ah, nice try. The settle touch kind of made the shot less consistent there. Didn't go like directly to the side. It's a time, obviously, but hey, there it is. The outside foot shot. That was a really good touch, actually. Drag. Oh. Should have dragged it directly up instead of to the side there. Yeah, that's what you want to do. You work with his left foot. You want to get on his outside foot angle, you know? Try from the distance. Oh, EA, thank you for actually making your flicks. Thank you for actually making a responsive this year. Very helpful. Definitely never going to get through on goal there with him. That's just not going to happen. No, I couldn't get a small touch there. Oh. Okay, guys, so final verdict on the Berardi card. So, yeah, to be honest with you guys, he's actually pretty decent. He's not bad. He's not bad whatsoever. A card like this, in my opinion, you have to use them in particular ways, right? Because I personally think that in a lone striker position, you can use medium worker cards. It's possible, right? But it really depends on your playstyle. For me, I always tell you guys, I definitely prefer a medium low. When you get a good medium low, those guys are crazy. Like Arnautovic, I wish I had a Portuguese Arnautovic. I've told you guys this like a billion times, okay? I wish. Berardi is a card that if you're playing him in a two-striker lineup, he works because a medium worker is fine as long as you have that guy next to him that makes that certain movement, right? I was using Chiesa, and you guys know from the Chiesa review that I was using him on striker, and I'm like, this guy could actually play in this position. Like, it's a winger card that can play in any of the attacking positions and still be very good, right? So with Berardi being one of the two strikers that works with his medium work rate, being on the left side, obviously, because of me being able to utilize his outside foot shot trait and stuff. But the movements that he actually makes on the pitch with those certain instructions set, it works out for this card because, listen, with the way that Berardi is in game, right? Because he's 6 foot tall, he offers a little bit of a physical presence. There's a few things that works out well in this card. So let's say, for instance, you are using him in that 2 striker lineup and you're forcing him on that get in behind instruction. What's helpful is that 94 aggression with the high pace on the card with good shooting capabilities, right? Those are the things that you definitely notice a lot. Dribbling, obviously, is not going to be like the most crazy responsive one, but it's still very decent for how this game performs in general, right? Like, I didn't find it to be that big of a nuisance, right? If you're playing pass and go as much as possible, it'll be perfectly fine. Obviously, in the higher divisions, people will probably want to use different cards. But guys, in this year's version of the game, I tell you guys this from most of the reviews, a lot of these cards, when I call them usable, they're more than usable, right? In previous years, you could say, yeah, it's a usable version, right? But the game wasn't formatted for those cards. The game is this year, right? A card like this can actually perform well in the meta of this gameplay because they gave him the right base stuff, right? So it's a very interesting card. 99 heading accuracy, I noticed in that one occasion when I actually did a header with him where it was actually very solid to work with. So if you go for headers and he's in a very good position, it is something that's very helpful to work with if you actually like to score those types of opportunities. For me personally, when it comes to Berardi in game, it is a card that you mainly want to use through the middle positions, right? So whether that's your cam position, whether that's your center forward, one of 2 strikers, you can use him as a lone striker, although I do prefer a different type of attacking AI there. It's a decent card, right? I think if you're making like a Serie A team, putting some Italian players in there, he actually performs pretty decently. It's not like me using Pedro Marquez from the Portuguese, the Portuguese player that I try to use on my RTG account. That card's horrible, right? Berardi's not horrible. He actually performs pretty decently in game. So yeah, definitely a W card to have in the transfer market if you guys are building that sort of team. Like, you could definitely perform really well in the meta of this gameplay for sure. So yeah, hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. I'll catch you guys for the next one. Peace out, dudes. You guys will enjoy the next video. It's going to be the reaction to next video of mine. So it's going to be Reactception.